welcome to another episode of Gameprism, a little show that talks about everything video game related in a different way. And on today's episode, a look at the Grand Tour game, why video game based films don't work, and are interactive DVDs also video games? Now, the Grand Tour game, a racing game from Heavy Iron Studios and Amazon Game Studios, it's based on Amazon Prime series The Grand Tour. How about we look at it? Released in 2019, allows you to experience an episode of the show. However, some sections are replaced with challenges that you have to complete. There's also a multiplayer mode. Now, an important thing to consider is the seamless transitions between the episode and the level. One moment you're watching a part of the episode, and in the other you're in control of a car.
3, 2, 1.
The graphics are like those from a mobile game, but they certainly look better than Struck Treasure Hunt. It isn't a superb racing game, but it was enough to please the fans of the show. Now, films based on video games. We all know that it's a concept so interesting, but one that never works. But why? Well, there are a few reasons. First one being that in films there is an overarching plot. In games there are usually levels, and most of them aren't much different from one another. Second thing is that games are frequently using unrealistic mechanics, such as Mario's high jump. In the 1993 Tomb Raider film he had, a high jump was replaced with high jumping shoes, which is quite ridiculous. And at last, the one thing that makes games so interesting is that you are a part of the story. You control something. Whether it's a character or a tennis palette, you still take part in the events. In the films, there isn't this type of interactivity. You are simply a viewer, something that is completely different than a video game player. But there is some sort of a mix between the two, something called an interactive DVD. A piece of media, usually some film or a specifically made episode of a TV show, that lets you become part of the story. But are they video games? Well, according to Wikipedia, they are. In fact, they are referred to in the video game industry as a movie game. But we want to know what you think about this. Do you consider interactive DVDs video games? Let us know. Before we end, I would like to wish happy birthday to Willow. And that's all for this episode of Gameprism. Stay tuned for season 2, coming later this summer, where we hope we'll be giving a budget of more than 48p. Anyway, thank you for watching, see you next time.